Sorry everyone, this is Rich Hunkerton from Bushra, Australia. Today we're in Timor-Leste. We are just doing some jungle survival tips for people who may be interested in that particular subject to do with wilderness survival. One thing that seems to come up a lot is how to open a coconut, because coconuts are obviously a survival resource. It's found a lot around the world. It's almost a global resource in terms of providing drinkable water, safe drinkable water, and a source of coconut meat, which is obviously a consumable food. And you have to forgive me, in the background here we've got the local racing team, which is a bunch of kids that we just filmed racing up and down in homemade go-karts. So I'm competing with them for noise, but we'll do our best. Alright, to get on with this, what we've done is basically, coconuts are obviously a hard nut. They've got a hard, tough surface that protects them, a lot of buoyant material in them. And these guys are going ballistic. And what we want to do is basically get into that, because the part of the nut that we're after is inside, obviously. So to get into that, obviously with a knife, we're not going to be able to make much of a dent. And if you have a look down here, it's pretty strong stuff to get into this type of material. You could do that, but it'll take you a lot of time and effort to achieve it. So the most pragmatic way of doing this is to grab just a good solid green stake, sharpen both ends. We've made a bit of a chisel point on this end, and we've driven the other end deep into the ground as far as we can physically push it in. And we're going to use that to basically peel off the coconut outer husk area. Now, our outer husk, we'll show you when we get it off, is really good for fire lighting timber as well. So basically we just pick up our coconut, hold it in both hands like so, pick a corner, and peel it off. Like so. And just peel it away. Don't throw this away. There's really good fire lighting tinder material in there for lighting our fire later on. And now I'll just work around the nut on the angle we've taken to peel successive parts of the husk open. So it's simply a matter of just driving the stake, or more correctly the nut, down on the stake into this part where we've now got a gap here. Put the stake into the soft part of the husk there and really drive it down. It takes a bit of force and peel away from you, so you're breaking that outer shell. And it's just repeating that process all the way around. Now if the kids have taken off to win their races, we'll get this done in good order and I'll show you what we end up with. A little bit to go. And the reason we use the stake, obviously not only does it allow us to get into the nut, but it's a lot more energy efficient, because we don't want to be obviously expending more effort and gain than we're going to derive from eating the nut or drinking its fluid. Now, coconut juice is obviously a great source of electrolyte replacement for the body as well, and the water inside is sterile, so we don't need to treat it any other way. Alright, now we're down to the basics of the nut. We peel away the last of the husk, and we're left with our coconut nut itself. You'll notice it's got the three eyes. One of these is always going to be a softer one. Usually it's the bottom one, so you sort of, I guess you can look at it as a bit of a smiley face. But two eyes at the top and a mouth down here. And usually that's the guy that will go and give you a way of just carving it out. Form a plug. And then we've got clear fresh water in there. beautiful, safe to drink, beneficial coconut milk. And obviously once we finish drinking, we can break the nut open itself by either hitting it with a rock or hitting it against a rock, or striking the back top part between the two eyes is usually the best way. Between here, right between the eyes, the top of the head, and crack the nut open and harvest the meat or the flesh inside. Hope this has been of use. Until next time, sampai jumpa lagi.